I've always been one who's enjoyed the over-the-top peripheral experience when it comes to gaming, from light guns to motion controls, the Kinect and VR. If it offers up a different way to play, I'm all in. This goes too for using the steering wheel. I'm not a huge racing fan when on controller, but stick a wheel and some pedals in front of me and I'll have a much better time, though sadly my skills remain just as lacking. So when Moza reached out with the chance to check out their first ever console steering wheel and pedal set, I couldn't say no. I've used a fair few wheels in my time, from arcade to various home iterations, and it took all of about 10 seconds in a round of Wreckfest for the R3 to win me over. The feel of the wheel itself, the incredible force feedback and ease of use have been nothing short of excellent. There's all sorts of bells and whistles that can be done should you have a serious racing setup need, but for more casual players like myself, this is as simple to get going as plug in and playing. Well, once we put the various bits together of course, which took me a little longer than I'd care to admit, mainly because I can't follow instructions it seems, but also because putting the spring in the brake pedal was a little bit hairy at times thanks to a combination of strong springs and tight gaps for fingers to get into. For those who put an ounce of attention in, the parts should go together in about 15 minutes. The wheel and motor come separate in the box and are attached by a rather nifty quick release latch that uses ball bearings to lock it in place. It's a sturdy connection and one that has seen some abuse as myself and my more enthusiastic family members have put it through its paces. I don't have a racing chair to attach it to, so I use my fairly lightweight desk, and my eldest was getting particularly carried away in some Daytona USA and lifted the whole thing up by the wheel, and yet impressively it held. Pedals attached via an Ethernet style cable, while connection to the console is USB to a bespoke connector on the back of the motor. Finally, at least for me, the mains plug, once more a bespoke design, goes into the back to bring it life. The bespoke nature of these connections means they can maximise the potential of the R3, though it does give me slight pause for any future breakages that may occur and how easy it'll be to replace them should the need arise. Though, to be fair, each connection is very sturdy indeed, so you'd have to go some to do much damage. There's also all sorts of extra ports for gear sticks, handbrakes, etc. should you really want to go the whole hog. The wheelbase can be mounted onto a rig, all fixes included, or attached as I did to a table with the mounting grip. There's a large range of movement on the tightening bolts, so unless you're rocking some abnormally large tables, this should clamp to just about anything you need to use. Rounding out the package are the solid steel pedals, which for my money are the sturdiest ones I've yet used. Sets I've tried in the past have had plastic pedals which, when not fixed down, are too easy to lift up in the heat of the moment. While these would still be better off being fixed down, thanks to the weight, build and surprisingly grippy pads underneath, I had hardly any issues with movement, even while playing some of the more intense races in Dirt Rally 2.0. I've been continually impressed with the pedals especially, and they've been a big reason I've enjoyed playing with the R3 as much as I have. The other big reason is the wheel itself of course, and it's a beastly contraption. As mentioned, there's all sorts of inputs on it that can be used and customised in the Moza Pithouse app on PC. This wheel can be used on PC and console, which is pretty cool indeed, but for the simple act of using it has been nothing short of awesome. I've played a variety of games over the last week or two, with Expeditioning in Expeditious Mud Runner game, to more sim type stuff in Forza Motorsport, to the aforementioned Dirt Rally 2.0, Daytona USA and Wreckfest. This last one especially sold me, as Bugbear are clearly masters of the racing genre, and the amount of true to life feel the racing action gave me was by far the best across all the games I've played. The R3 uses a powerful 3.9nm direct drive servo motor. I'm not even going to pretend to know what I just read out there, but in real terms it means that the force feedback and sensor control as I was flinging the cars about in all of the games, but especially Wreckfest, was unparalleled. I could really feel when the wheels wanted to fight me, or when the car was about to spin out, or when cars were smashing into me and often on top of me. And there were even a few moments in Wreckfest where I was able to actually drive well and do some drifting because of this. It's easy to get carried away when using the wheel and oversteer, but once I started paying attention to the actual cues it was giving me, I started doing much better indeed. It's been an absolute blast to get to grips with the R3 racing bundle over the last week or so, and it's really impressed me with its feature set and feel in use. Which is good, as this is not a cheap pickup at all. I can see where every penny of £399.99 has gone now, both in form factor, feel, sturdiness and overall quality. This is clearly aimed at the more hardcore racing players, and for them there's no doubt this is worth every penny. Though there are plenty of cheaper and less impressive wheels out there if you're just looking for a more casual experience. Should you have the money and the need for an impressive wheel to play with though, the R3 Racing Bundle is nothing short of excellent. It's easy to set up, has options for customization and feels simply brilliant no matter what game you're looking to put through its paces. Overall, the R3 Racing Bundle from Moza is a worthy entry into the Xbox peripheral ecosystem. It's not cheap, but those looking for a high-end wheel to go with their setup will without doubt be happy with their purchase here. It's easy to use and feels great in action, with some excellent tech offering some supreme feedback and game control.